I've been having some quite deep meditations, and sometimes when it gets really deep, and I just I don't know, I don't really have an orientation of myself in it. And it's quite, um, I suddenly get a fear, and it feels like something's going here, and that's where then I feel the fear. It's sort of light fear.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like the fear is because there's going to be a bigger fear coming. It's a bit like something Angelo says about, he quotes, I don't know, Yoda or something, I'm not afraid, oh, you will be. That thing he says, it's a bit like that. It's a bit
Yeah.
like, so then I go, okay, so this is fear, that's a thought. Go with the feeling, and I go with the feeling that's here.
Mm-hmm.
What happens then? Um, yeah, I'm sort of stuck there really, just staying with that. And I guess that's what I want to ask you is, can you help me when that happens, apart from staying with the fear, what to do, or how to just let that happen, let that experience be there, that sensation, without trying to do anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not, yeah.
So what does it feel that you are trying to do with it when the fear arises? Because you said,
It's,
you're just like going right to
yeah.
the sensations
I'm
and.
trying to let it pass, let it just happen, exist.
Mm.
Um, yeah.
Is there a fear that if you won't let it just pass, it'll stay forever, or I mean, like those are
No,
big words, but
no. I think it's just that it'll get really scary.
mm, yeah. So it's just like anticipating that it might.
Yeah, and then yeah, I haven't got past that point.
Mm-hmm.
Not past it, but I haven't. Yeah, that's I think where I'm stuck.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's just a matter of seeing that that um, seeing that mechanism, right, of um, like being afraid of a bigger fear that it is now, right, and it's almost like it just starts to be like this feedback loop, right?
Mm,
But rather, let's say, if you just treat this moment as the only moment that ever existed and ever will exist, right? This is
mm,
it.
mm,
And then there's little fear arising, right? So there's
mm.
not any
That exists.
strategizing of like, oh, I'll just let it pass, or like,
Yeah.
or I hope it won't just develop into something big, because
Mm,
that's
mm.
just mind kind
That's
of
it.
adding
Mm,
to the
mm,
experience, right?
mm,
And the truth is, you have no clue. Maybe it's just some subtle fear that just wants to
mm.
kind of
Yeah.
be felt, and maybe there's no, like, it doesn't have an older brother kind of coming behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that whole,
Mm,
I think there's value in like speaking of that kind of, oh, there's a fear barrier and
mm,
whatnot, and because when it happens to someone, then I guess maybe they feel a little bit reassured, but also it starts to be like this, that thing that's almost everybody's like on the outlier. Oh my god, this, and then it's like, as
mm,
was it Roosevelt who said that, right? The only thing to be feared is the fear itself, right? It's
mm,
it's like you don't need to add anything to it, or
mm,
brace yourself for anything. Just literally just in that moment, just say, okay, this is the only thing that happens, right?
mm,
And I don't
mm,
try to manipulate it, or like brace
mm,
myself for anything else. But just
mm,
treat this as fully on its own terms.
mm,
And if you see that part, and then there's like, then
mm,
also just don't, just see it for what it is.
mm,
It's
mm.
just like a little pattern
Yeah.
that tries to protect you or
Mm,
itself, or so just see, okay, there's a little bit of that part too. and just not adding kind of extra layer to it. But obviously fear is one of those things that is just like, not like, yeah, it has be, I don't know if that's proper in English, but in Polish we say fear has big eyes, right? Which is like, like in the dark night, there's like some big eyes looking at you, and you shine the light, and there's this mouse there, right? Somehow it seems. Um, so without adding anything extra, any story, because it might be just that, just something to be fully felt, and when you let yourself, especially if it's not like anything, again, maybe if someone would be, speaking of like absolute, a 10 out of 10 terror, right? The pointing would be different, right? But if it's just like a subtle fear, then I'll almost like give it its full right. And there can, some people kind of have that, they like to kind of get curious about it, and ask a question, even like, what what's your viewpoint, what's your outlook, what is it, what's this energy about. But some people prefer just like stay with the direct experience of it, and just see whenever that part of you that is and feel, oh, maybe I'm getting stuck here, how would I let it pass through, or kind of, kind of being apprehensive about where it can go, then just see it, oh, it's just another movement that is a little bit afraid of that unknown energy of, where does it go, where's this fear, um, where can it, it might expand or something. But it's like, see, like, oh, there's also like a little bit of that, energy that is, kind of cautious and on the outlook for something, right? Just like this fear, right? And just see like, okay, those both are all right. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not anything, right, dramatic, and it's just sometimes when we are trying to add something to the process, like try to like, how can I approach it wisely, right, or something. And it is like very, it's well intentioned, and like an innocent movement, but sometimes it's like there's nothing wise to be done here, right? It's just like, oh, fear, just sensing it, and not referencing any future moments, possible future moments, or just the raw experience. And it might come here and there during those meditations, and it's fine.